Hello, YouTube fans. This is the Klown here to talk about Star Wars. I'm out here to Star Wars: The Rise of Mary Sue. Now, I'm not gonna review the movie because I haven't watched it at all. I haven't watched none of the Star Wars the new trilogy. I haven't watched Force Awakens. I haven't watched Han. So I haven't watched Han. I haven't watched the Rogue One, which I heard was good. And Rogue One, the trailer looked actually pretty entertaining. I was hoping a sequel for Rogue One, but whatever. Maybe call it Rogue Two or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to have fun here. I'm a Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars, but I didn't watch the new trilogy because I'm waiting. I was waiting until eventually I did watch it. I just haven't had the time to watch it. Those are the movies I want to watch. And other things like video games I want to watch. And I'm going through the spirituality stuff also. And the bullshit that the media is putting for these movies. It's just like, I'm not watching that. But if I do, then I'm going to watch it in my 50s when this shit's dead. Yeah! So who knows? I'll probably watch it in my 50s with with gray or black beard, be like, hello, YouTube fans, this is the Clown. If I'm still making YouTube videos in my 50s, and you guys are still watching me, we deserve a YouTube cookie. We deserve a YouTube prize, to be quite honest. I don't give a fuck. But moving on, I'm sorry. The reason I named this title Star Wars: The Rise of Mary Sue is that, I'll say this right now. You make movies for SJWs, and then they don't go see it. And then they still complain. Nazi SJWs, sorry. But it is ridiculous of how this franchise has become. It really is. I've heard some reviews of, Mary Sue, Rise of Mary Sue, because that's what I'm going to call it, because she's a Mary Sue. And most people are like, you haven't watched those movies and you said she's a Mary Sue. Well, from all the things I'm hearing, sounds like she's a Mary Sue, and that's not a good thing. If you don't know what a Mary Sue is, then a Mary Sue is basically she gets anything that she wants. Because she's the main fucking character. And then she becomes Jesus. You know how many characters that we get the Jesus thing, that nothing happens to that person? Things happen to Jesus. Seriously. Even Jesus looking at things is like, really? I went through shit. I had an arc, okay? Not like these people. I'm like, for real? God, even Noah had an arc. Literally. I'm sorry. I love to make fun. I just love being humorless right now because this is the time of year. It's December. Might as well, Yes, I'm going to talk about the Joker movie. That was going to be my Christmas present for you guys, but I don't know if I'm going to get paid on the 30th, but if I am, there you go. That'll be my Christmas gift to you guys. If not, then I'll pick something that maybe I should review the Gremlins again. What do you guys mind that? Me reviewing Gremlins? I haven't reviewed Gremlins in such a long time, especially with clips, so that'd be nice. If not, then maybe another movie that is kind of like Christmassy and something like that. Maybe I already did They Live, so I can't do They Live. But anyways, sorry guys, but I don't have the Star Wars trilogy, so I can't do a Christmas episodes about those. I'm sorry, but maybe one day. Hopefully I can get the original series that's never got fucked up. I'll probably have to get those widescreen DVDs that the first got released for the trilogy and all that. But on regular DVD. So I'm sorry. So I'm sorry guys, I know I'm talking about Star Wars and having fun here, but hey, it's that time of year. But the reason I want to talk about Star Wars is because this franchise has become like Jesus, like not literally Jesus, but it has become, good lord, like terrible. Everything I've heard about The Last Jedi is bad, and everything from The Rise of Mary Sue, I'm still looking at the title here because I keep forgetting, it's terrible too. My God, like Disney, you killed this franchise with one movie. Congratulations. I know a lot of people, some people don't right now. It's funny. People are looking back at Force Awakens and they're like, it's not really that good. Other people are like, it was fine. But, the next one just needs to be good, because it's the first one that came back, paying homage and everything like that, references and nostalgia and all that, which is fine. You want that to, if you want to come back as a series, you kind of have to do that in a way, because it's already established. The series is already established. And the fact that you did this, changing a few stuff that's not established because this series is established. You can't change anything when the series is already established. Oh, but Disney wants to start over. Yeah, and you know how George Lucas feels about that. We know about that. He feels terrible about it. If I was George Lucas, I will try to get all my power to get that franchise back. I don't give a fuck if Disney is like, no, we'll pay you more money to keep it. No, oh money, oh. Disney, you're already making money with this BS freaking remakes, so there you go. Might as well take out Star Wars. I wonder how much money they will lose if they automatically took out Star Wars. I mean, we probably won't lose that much. I mean, they got Disney remakes and the Marvel movies. So there you go. I haven't watched none of them. I barely even watch any of those live action Disney movies. The only one that I actually enjoyed that was actually good was Pete's Dragon. And I'll be honest with you guys. I know I'm in a tangent with all of these things, but this is still about Disney and Star Wars and all that. But at the end of the day, I could barely even watch Aladdin. I put on Aladdin, because I was actually hyped for the movie. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can see that movie as live action. That's why I didn't have a problem with Pete's Dragon. And when I watched it, I was like, yo, this is actually pretty good. It's not the best, but it's actually pretty good compared to the other ones. I'd rather have that movie than that. Literally, people that talk shit about Pete's Dragon, watch it and then watch Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and Lion King and tell me that's not a fucking better movie than these fucking pieces of shit. Just saying. But moving on. that these Disney movies. All right, going back to Aladdin. I'm sorry, and then when I go back to Star Wars, I'm sorry. But I couldn't watch Aladdin mainly because I was just bored. Everything that was supposed to be. I remember when I was watching it, I'm just like, they fucked up from the animated series from that. I know the animated series is there, obviously. But when I saw the movie, the live action version, I'm like, for crying out loud, I've seen better live actions of Aladdin. And my favorite one of all is not the Disney version. It's actually the Pai version. I love the Pai version of Aladdin. It's my favorite interpretation of Aladdin. And this one sucks. It sucks. And Will Smith as the genie? How come you couldn't make him like a real person? What, people complained that he wasn't blue? Do you realize how creepy that shit was? Oh, you got it, though. You got it. Congratulations, you dumb fucks. I want my blue genie. Well, you got it. It looks creepy as fuck. Congratulations. Now, some creepy-ass motherfuckers probably going to masturbate to that, because some people like creepy shit that looks like that. At least, to be honest, I'd rather jerk off to the Cats animation than that. And the cats look scary as fuck. Just saying. Hashtag make cats money and not Star Wars, the rise of Mary Sue. But moving on. I still think that this franchise has, Disney has buried it. Again, I'm not saying that I'm not going to watch these movies. Eventually I will, because I love Star Wars. I do. I love Star Wars to death. But the fact that these people are telling me, oh, these are not for you. These movies are not for you. It's like, really? Disney, did you learn anything from Ghostbusters 2016? You didn't learn anything from that backlash? And I'm not saying you were part of that, but I'm just saying that every person in Hollywood noticed that. Some people joined in the party because they were dumbasses. Other people were like, no, this movie sucks, dude. Everyone in Hollywood is saying, yeah, these sucks. We just want to keep quiet so we can actually make money. If not, we won't be on screen and shit. People are saying that in behind the scenes with Disney also. And it's just like, really? People are being quiet so they don't lose their jobs. But they know these franchise is shit. And they know these movies are shit. That's a problem. And Disney doesn't want to hear none of these people because they're making money. It's like the same thing with WWE. You don't want to hear none of these wrestlers' complaints because it's like, what are you complaining about? You making money. Shut the fuck up. They're not happy. If they're not happy, they're leaving. Same shit like any other way. If I'm not happy with a company, bitch, I'm leaving. I might talk to the boss. The boss might want me to stay because I'm a good worker or something like that. Now that's a good boss. It is. If a boss wants you to stay because you're a good worker and they love you and they want you to be good, then that's a sign of respect, in my opinion. But they don't care, and they're like, who cares? We just hire another one. Then that's how you know they don't give a fuck. That's how you know that you can be replaceable. You can always be replaced, yeah. But once you know that they can't replace a really good one and make the money for years and years, yo, that's happened with WWE sometimes. And WWE is always like, come back, you know? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Why? Because the way it's structured in the business. Same thing with what's happening in Disney. If I was the Disney executive or anyone at Disney, I would have been like, I quit. I literally quit. I feel like this whole thing is with the same thing with Ukes. with WWE 2K20, you know, even though that's a whole different story, but it almost kind of resembles that. It's funny. It is funny that mostly everything that's happening right now around the world is resembling itself from another time period, which happens. Which comes to my conclusion of, hey, wouldn't you want to learn from your past and not make the same mistake twice? But no, you want to make the same mistake twice because no one doesn't learn, apparently. Same thing with this whole saga. Force Awakens, some people were mixed. That's fine. I've said this before. If you mix, that's fine. Grab the opportunity to get the fans back in the next one. But you don't. You fucked it up even more. For kind of like, when I saw the clip of Luke Skywalker drinking milk, I was like, that's not Luke Skywalker. That's a wannabe Disney bitch. I'm serious. When I saw Luke Skywalker drinking milk, green milk, and I was just like, I think that's a little too far, and I think that's not the character at all. At all. Whatsoever, Disney. Oh, he's old and fragile and doesn't give a fuck. That's not Luke. Luke is hope. Yeah. No shit. That's why they made a whole movie surrounded by it. A New Hope. Fucking dumbasses. I'm laughing at Disney because they're so dumb. And anyone that's a part of this is like, oh, that's good. No, it's not. It's dumb. And you look pathetic. And I'm glad this movie failed. And the critics are ripping it to shreds. Oh, even the SJWs are. Wow. Because you can't make these people satisfied. But you know you could satisfy the fans. But you still didn't do that either. Because you catering to a demographic that will never be satisfied. I've talked about this in some of my enlightenment videos. When people make enlightenment movies, it only caters to that 1%. Because the whole masses would think it's bullshit or it's not even true. Then the movie fails. Like Jupiter Ascending. I'm still holding to that regard that movie's actually not bad as people made it out to be. Same thing with Superman Returns. I enjoyed Superman Returns. I really did. I wish I watched it as a kid, but in a way, now that I look back at it as an adult, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I watched it as an adult. Because, you know, it full circle type of way, you know? And hopefully one day I do want to get the DC app so I can watch Crisis on Infinity Earth and everything like that. I know that's getting criticisms with Batman and all that, but to be honest, I want to see it for myself, you know? Because, how can you fuck up Batman? I'm dead serious. That's why I threw my fucking paper on the ground. Like, yeah, how can you fuck up Batman? It's like, oh, I fucked up a Pac-Man game. It's like, what? The Atari 2600 Pac-Man sucks. It's a Pac-Man game. Move on. Again, like, it's the same thing with the Star Wars trilogy. How can you fuck up? If you don't know the trilogy, watch the movies or read the fucking books. I haven't read the Star Wars books at all, but from the people that have, they love it. They absolutely love it. Why? Because it expands the universe. And I fucking love that. We need more Star Wars movies that take homage or flat out do the book. Why not? No, seriously, why not? That's not going to harm anything. In fact, people will actually won't mind it. Imagine we have a Star Wars book come to life. That would have been fine. That would have been awesome. Isn't there a Star Wars book that talks about Dark Moth a bit? You know, before the prequels and all that? I think they're all books about that. Could be wrong. But there's something about Darth Maul also and Darth Vader. Darth Vader. Always call him Darth Vader because again black, but it's Darth Vader. Always call him Darth Vader. Oh, even as a kid, I'm still gonna call him that because that sounds badass than Darth. Who names the other half Darth? Just call yourself Dark. It sounds more badass and appealing than Darth. I always had a problem with that anyways as a kid. I'm like, Dark, not Darth. Fuck you. But that's just a fan thing for me. That really is. You could just see the redness in my face because that's how you know I'm a fan. I love this shit. I love talking about Star Wars. And same thing with Harry Potter, the MCU. And the fact that Disney has fucked this up is so funny to me. It's so funny. It's hilarious. It's the same shit that's happening in the media too. Again, going back to what I said, it just revolves around everything, doesn't it? So, do you think Star Wars is dead? To me, some people think that. I think it's not. I mean, come on, we got The Mandalorian. I haven't watched it. I mean, for kind of like, I put memes up there saying that I have no idea what's it about or what it is, but I'm putting memes up it like with Baby Yoda holding coffee cup like. I'm sorry about that. People upstairs are just, but probably know how that is, people, you know. But there is still hope with Star Wars. That's the best thing. There's always hope with Star Wars, no matter what will happen. Okay, sorry guys. Dog bark. I had to pause for a minute just in case. But overall, I enjoy the original Star Wars series. I do enjoy the prequels. They're not the best or anything like that. Yeah, they're not. But when you look back at it now, it's not as bad. I love episode 3. Episode 3 was just, I could skip episode 2 because episode 2 was shit. Episode 1 I could watch, yeah, it was bad, but at least I can watch it. Episode 2, I can't. That romance shit, I'm just like, I love romance shit, but when you go into Twilight territory, I'm done. Even Star Wars went to Twilight territory before Twilight. How's that possible? Oh God! At least they wanted to deal with the second prequel. At least from what I'm hearing from the from the other movies, it's just like, oh, you're just gonna throw a love story in there in the last moment, and no one doesn't give a fuck. Like literally, like you're gonna throw this Mary Sue with Han's son. Really? When I heard that, I'm just like, really? My God, I've seen trailers and pictures of it, and they don't even look like they're attracted to each other. My God. I forgot his name, the actor, the African American dude that we knew from the trilogy, and he speaked up too, saying that, hey, this is fucked up and shit. Like they ruined me basically. Not my career, but ruined the way I was in the franchise. Because his character in the movie, I thought he was supposed to be the main character. And when I talked to my friend about this, he was like, yeah, wasn't he supposed to be? I'm like, yeah, he was. And so was Mary Sue here too. But then they were like, no, let's go to Mary Sue and fuck the other people. And it's like, you do realize the original trilogy had like 3, 4, actually more than that, like 5 or 6 characters that you can root for. And then in this one, who are you going to root for? Oh, but you got the original cast. You fucking them up, Disney. Because you don't want to pay George Lucas the original cast for that money. So you make new characters. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it does. But other times, when you do this, it doesn't. Because you negate the fans. You could still make new characters, but not negate the old fans. But you're doing it. That's why the toys didn't sell. That's why none of this shit didn't sell. You think little girls and little boys will want shit like that? You think little girls and little boys will want toys that separate one and another? Like, oh, I'm a man. I'm not going to be by a woman. Oh, I'm a woman. I'm not going to be right by a man. Really? Really? You're going to do that, Disney? Out of all the companies, this is the most shocking for me. Well, it's not really that shocking, mainly because they work for the cabal. They work with the government, for crying out loud. They even, a long time ago in the 30s and 20s, Walt Disney signed something with the government saying that, yeah, anything that you do corrupting and all that shit, yeah, put it with Disney also. They signed that shit. Walt Disney was a part of that shit, okay? He was a Freemason and all that shit. So I'm not going in deep in that because that's not an enlightenment video, but that's something that people should know about. Like Walt Disney just didn't give a fuck about around that time at all. Maybe he never did, you know. But who knows? We're not Walt Disney now, and we're not Walt Disney then. Thank fucking God. So at least we don't have that type of mindset like they did back in the old days. Thank God. I'm so glad that shit's changing, especially with the movies. You know, because when these movies are getting agendas, people are like, "Oh my God, I thought we were past this shit," and it's like for real. But the fact that people want to push this agenda is stupid, and it's like, no, we passed through this shit. Grow the fuck up, and just because you didn't grow out of it doesn't mean everyone needs to bow down to your fucking level. All right. Same thing with Disney. Stop that. It's stupid. The reason why this franchise bombed, okay? Reasons why people are pissed off at you, and reasons why some people don't even want to be part of your company right now. I don't want to be associated with Disney right now if I was anyone in that company. Okay? For crying out loud, the attraction guides that you do for Star Wars don't make money at all. Because it's not really an attraction. It's just visiting a spaceship, but it's the person that's inside the spaceship is not really that person that rides the spaceship. It's like, what? You don't have Han Solo riding this fucking spaceship that we know from Star Wars? No, because we have to pay George Lucas a fee. Let's fuck about you Disney. I think you spend more money than fucking up than just saving and make sure that shit doesn't get fucked up. Just saying. How many endings were there in the new Star Wars movie? Like 7 or 8? Come on. That's a lot of money. That yeah, you have, but at the same time, do you want to risk losing? Especially when you can use that money for something else. But no, you don't. You want to use that money for something stupid. But that's fine. Go ahead, Disney. Go ahead, do it. You see what's happening. So there you go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to tell me what you guys think about this whole BS of Star Wars.